All right, we are back with another episode of It's That Easy. It is July 4th. Happy birthday to America. Happy 250th. Pretty good. I guess we should all be so lucky to live 250 years, right? Um, but it's really good to live in the greatest state in the greatest country in the world, and then we get to celebrate that. Woo! And then 2 days from now, Team USA plays again, so that's pretty good. So, hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great weekend. Maybe it's a long weekend for you. Either way, I hope you enjoy yourself and your family. Get out and do some stuff. Eat a lot of good food. Watch a lot of good baseball. Watch some soccer. Enjoy your life. And yeah, let's jump into it. So, if you're watching, please like the video. If you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. And if you do, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'd appreciate that. And check this out. Got this new cool looking hat here for the show. Isn't that pretty cool? From my favorite fan, or my number one fans. My daughters made that, so that's pretty cool there. So yeah, let's jump into it. Talk about what's happened on the 3rd, what's going to happen on the 4th, and yeah, get into it. So yesterday let's start off with some soccer. Had some really good soccer games going on. Um, Australia and Egypt. That was pretty good. I didn't expect that to go into extra time, into penalty kicks, but it did. So that's kind of exciting, except for it makes for a long, long game. Went into penalty kicks, and I felt bad for Australia because those guys just kept missing everywhere they went. Egypt like nothing, poop, 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 easy. Won that game. Good for them. Sorry for Australia. Then Argentina and Cape Verde, obviously, or honestly, the most exciting game of the whole thing up to this point. I'm sure they'll get more exciting as well as we move on. But yeah, Cape Verde made believers out of everybody of why they got pushed or why they made it to the knockout round, because they played, man, they played lights out. They played great, hung in there. I actually thought it was going to be like a 3-0 win Argentina, pretty easy. It actually was 2-2 going into extra time, or yeah, extra time and then overtime, and then Argentina comes out. Actually, Argentina scored right as they started the extra time. I don't know what you call it, but basically the overtime, right? They scored first, and I was like, oh man, it's going to take a little bit here, and then scored. Let's see, Cape Verde scored at 103 to tie it again, and then at the very end, at 111, Argentina scored again to take the lead, and then held on to the very end. So hats off to those guys. They had a great run, but Argentina is going to move on. I don't know if that means from now on it's going to get easy for them, or somebody's going to knock them out in the next round, because I think they play Spain. Colombia and Ghana. Colombia, actually, I thought that game they probably should have won 2 or 3-0, but they hit one early at 14 minutes in, never scored again. I think this is why soccer gets a bad rap, because they had one goal at the 14-minute mark, and then for the next, all the way through 90, well, with the extra time, 96, 97 minutes, no score. So, but anyway, there were exciting games, so not too bad there. Let's see. I did parlay some of those and did terrible. The very last thing I did was I did the under 2.5 goals for Colombia. That's the only one I won yesterday. So good for them. Or good for me, actually. So let's look at today's games. Canada plays Morocco. So that's going to be pretty fun in Houston. Okay. So not too far down the street there. And then Paraguay plays France in Philly. Poor guys. Sorry about that. Somebody's got to play there on Independence Day, I guess, and it's going to be Paraguay and France. But Canada and Morocco, I actually looked to see Morocco. So Morocco's favored on this one. And I actually feel like they're going to win in regulation. We're not going to see. Yesterday, we saw a bunch of games go past regulation into extra time. I think these games are going to be a lot different today. I'm actually going to parlay, because France is a huge favorite, minus 575. I'm going to parlay Morocco and France to win today. Probably going to do France, the 2.5 goals for France. I think I'm going to go over on that one. I could see easy them scoring 3 goals. Paraguay, if Paraguay gets one, for sure they're going over the 2.5, obviously. 2.5 for Canada, Morocco. I guess I wonder if that's going to be like a 3-1 game, 2-1, maybe 1-1 for most of the game, and then 3-1 at the end. I felt a little more positive about these. The ones yesterday, I felt more unders on those, but We'll see. But this should be 2 good games today, so enjoy those. Let's make a quick run through of baseball from yesterday. Oh, that's today. Yesterday. See, Rangers didn't play yesterday. So we started off the day with Cardinals and the Cubs. And I was like, I think Cardinals are going to win. So, put a little wager on the Cardinals there. Yeah, they destroyed the Cubs. I felt bad. At one point, I was like, okay, I get it. You're going to win. Take the foot off the pedal there. But, yeah, they killed the Cubs there. Nationals came back, beat up on the Pirates. I thought the Twins would win yesterday because the Yankees were like on a 7-game losing streak. Yankees said, no, we're going to pull this out here. They played well. We'll see how they go, see if that's a start for them going forward. Orioles and the Reds. I think I had Reds going on that one, but the Orioles on the road took care of business there. White Sox and Guardians again. So 2 nights ago, Guardians had to win on a walk-off home run. They walk it off again in the 10th inning, beating the White Sox again. So White Sox have gone into the 9th inning twice with the lead, and Guardians have come back to win. So good for them. I guess it's a good sign for them. Good. That tells us what we need to do when we're wagering for those guys. Braves didn't bow down to the Mets. I was afraid about that one because the Braves were also struggling too, but the Braves said, no, I think they're back on track a little bit, so we'll see. Follow that one. Rockies, I told you, over. The over-under was 10 or 11. Look at that, 18 runs. Colorado hit the over by themselves. So, yeah, 18 runs. So the ball flies out in Colorado. Tampa and Houston was a close game. I think it was 1-0 for quite a while. And that wasn't until the late in the innings that the Rays pulled ahead to win the game. Red Sox showed up in Anaheim. I thought they would, but I think I picked Anaheim for some reason, or Los Angeles Angels. Marlins figured they'd come back, get back on track, and they did. They put a lot of runs up, maybe too many. Yeah, them and Cardinals may have put too many runs. They may not put a ton of runs today. Brewers, just like we thought, strong team, showed out yesterday. Again, the Padres jumped on top. Dodgers came back, didn't score 12 runs like they did yesterday or 2 days ago, but they did win 4-3. And then what I tell you about the Mariners, I picked the Mariners, they lose. But here's the thing I picked in that game. I picked the under, like I did 2 nights ago when the Mariners played Los Angeles, the Angels, I think. Went the under. Sure enough, they didn't score 1 run until like the 3rd inning. They didn't score that 2nd run until almost the 8th inning. So under seems to be working well for a Mariners game, and over seemed to be working well for the Rockies game. So, but that's your baseball for yesterday. Let's jump into today's really quick so you can get through this and get to partying and enjoying your 4th of July. So Rangers are back today facing the Tigers. Tigers pitching Flaherty, 4.97 ERA. He lost his last 2 starts. They've won 3 of their last 5, but obviously they lost 1 in a row because they did lose to us 2 days ago. Rangers pitching Rocker, which changed because as of last night, it was, I think it was Quantrill. They changed it to Rocker late last night or early this morning. Rocker has a 3.83 ERA, won his last 2 starts and 4 of his last 5 starts. The Rangers have won 4 of their last 5 games. They've won 1 in a row, obviously. So we got to go for July 4th, Texas Rangers as the underdog at home. Yeah, that's going to win us some money there. Pirates and the Nationals. So Pirates look to come back from that beating from the Nationals. Pitching Ashcraft, 3.3 ERA, won his last 3 starts. He beat Philly, the Mariners, and the A's. So some good, some bad, but he had some good starts there. They've lost 2 of their last, or they've won 2 of their last 5 games, and they lost 1 in a row, obviously. Nationals pitching Littell, 5.29 ERA, won his last start, but they did lose the 3 prior to that, so not great, but they have won 3 in a row. Even though the Pirates are favored, and I will say this for those that are looking at the numbers, or at least the numbers I'm looking at, the Pirates are the pick. But I just feel like the momentum is going Nationals' way. Let's go Nationals for today. Twins and the Yankees. Twins pitching Matthews, 4.15 ERA, won his last start and 3 of his last 5 starts. They see they've won 3 of their last 5 games, but they did lose yesterday to a Yankees team that I'm picking to win today, minus 157. Yankees are pitching Rodon, 3.30 ERA. He's got 2 good starts, 2 5-inning starts in his last 2. Lost his last start, but he did win the 4 prior, so a little bump in the road there. But he beat Detroit, he beat the White Sox, he beat Cleveland twice. So they've won 1 in a row after losing 7. We're going to go Yankees today. Blue Jays pitching Justin Bieber, 6.0 ERA, lost 2. This is only his 3rd start of the season, it looked like. So, but they have won 2 in a row. Playing the Mariners, pitching Gilbert, 3.42 ERA, 7 innings, 4 runs, 6 innings, 3 runs. So he's got good starts. And even though he lost his last start, he did win the 4 prior, beat Boston, Baltimore, and the Mets. But they have lost 1 in a row, and the over under 7.5. I will go doing it again. They got the better pitching. I am going to pick Seattle, but I'm probably going to bet the under on this game. So just FYI. Orioles and the Reds. Orioles pitching Young, 3.11 ERA, lost his last start and 2 of his last 3 starts. But the Orioles as a team have won the last 2 games in a row. They've only won 2 of their last 5 games, and guess what? They were the last 2. So 2 in a row, 2 winning streak there. Reds pitching Green, 5.0 ERA. He's making his first start. He's coming off the 60-day disabled list, so he hasn't pitched at all. So we got really no stats on him, but we know the Reds have lost their last start. I feel like then they're for some reason favored with this kid on the mound. So, but we're gonna go Orioles. I mean, maybe the first start, like when you go out there gambling for the first time, you don't know what you're doing. You actually win. I don't think this is the case. He knows what he's doing. He's a pitcher, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Orioles to win today in Cincinnati. White Sox pitching Burke, 3.69 ERA. Won his last 3 starts, beat Baltimore. He did beat Cleveland already and beat the Yankees, but the White Sox have lost 3 in a row. The Guardians seem to have their number, so winning the last 2 games in walk-off fashion there. Guardians pitching Messick, 2.85 ERA, one of their best pitchers there. Lost his last 2 starts, but they were good starts. A 6-inning start and a 7-inning start. And they lost 4 of his last 5 starts. But the Guardians have found some kind of magic and won the last 3 games in a row. We got to stick with momentum. The Guardians are favored today because of the better pitching as well. So we're going to go Guardians to win at home today. Maybe it won't be as exciting. Maybe for 4th of July, they're just going to win the game straight out there. Rays pitching Rasmussen, 2.45 ERA. His last 2 starts were 6 innings, no runs, 6 innings, 2 runs. So those are pretty good. And for some reason, they only won 1 of those. But let's see. They've won their last 5 games. They've won 5 in a row. Actually, I think they've won a few more than that, too. Astros are pitching Brown, 1.78 ERA. Last 2 starts, he had a 6-inning, 3-run game, but also a 3-inning, 1-run game. Maybe something happened there. But he did win his last start and 3 of his last 4. The Astros have lost 2 in a row. Tampa's a really good team. They did actually, when I looked at the numbers, it was Houston minus 110, Tampa minus 110. So they don't know who to pick here. Well, I'm going to tell you who to pick. We're going to go with Tampa today in Houston. The Mets and the Braves. Mets pitching Manaea, 4.71 ERA. Lost his last 2 starts and 3 of his last 4 starts. The Mets have lost 2 in a row up to this point. The Braves are pitching Sale, which was another change. I think they didn't have someone in the spot yesterday. They put Sale, who's their top pitcher, 2.10 ERA. 2 good starts. His last 2 starts, he pitched 6 innings and gave up 2 runs. They did lose 3 of his last 4 starts, though. But the Braves were in struggle mode the last couple of weeks. But they have won 1 in a row now after coming off. I think they got swept or they lost pretty good in their last series. I'm going to go with the Braves. They're kind of a heavy favorite today because of the pitching. I guarantee you that. But I think the hitting's coming around as well, so we're going to go Braves there. Let's see, Cardinals and the Cubs. Cardinals beat them 17-1 yesterday. Let's see what happens today. Cardinals pitching Leahy, 4.09 ERA, won his last start, but lost the 3 prior. His last 2 were pretty good. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, and they have won 2 in a row. So playing the Cubs team that's pitching Imanaga, 4.30 ERA. He actually has 2 good starts as well. 6 innings, 2 runs, 5 innings, 4 runs. Won his last 3 starts, beat San Diego, the Mets, and Colorado. They've won 4 of their last 5 games as well. The bad part is they've lost the last game. So they're on not a streak yet, but and I'm going to stick with St. Louis, the hotter hand there. Even looking at the numbers tell me St. Louis is the favorite, even though the Cubs are the favorite according to Las Vegas. So I'm going St. Louis today. Phillies and the Royals. Phillies pitching Luzardo, 3.88 ERA. He's won his last 5 starts in a row. Beat the Mets, Washington, Miami, and Toronto. They've lost their last game, even though they had won 3 of their last 5. Kansas City pitching Waka, 3.31 ERA. He's got 2 good starts. 7 innings, 1 run in both of his last 2 starts. But they lost his last one, and they've lost 4 of his last 5 starts. So they've lost 3 in a row as well. It's like 2 teams that are struggling there. We're going to stick with Philly to win. They're the stronger team there, and I think they're pitching. Well, their hitting will probably be the difference in this game. Giants and the Rockies. Giants pitching Ray, 3.39 ERA. Wow, he's got 2 good starts. 8 innings, 1 run in each of his last 2 starts. He's won his last 5 games. And let's see. He beat Atlanta twice, the A's, Washington, and Chicago. But they have lost 1. They've only won 2 of the last 5 games. Yeah, he's pitching well, but San Francisco's not doing well. The Rockies are pitching Sagano, 4.80 ERA. Lost his last start, but he did win the 4 prior. And the Rockies have won 3 in a row. So this is a tough pick for me because Giants have the better pitching, but Rockies seem to have a little bit of momentum going, and they're in their home park. That's a tough one. How about we just go the over 12 runs on this one and call it a day? Yeah, because it's going to be tough. I think you could go either way with that one, San Francisco or Colorado. Let's see, Red Sox and the Angels. For some reason, I picked the Angels yesterday. Red Sox put a beating on them. Red Sox are pitching Gray, 2.69 ERA. 2 good starts, 7 innings, no runs, 7 innings, 1 run. Won his last 2 starts and 4 of his last 5 starts. Let's see. They've won 1 in a row now. Angels are pitching Aldeguerri, 4.85 ERA. Won his last start, but lost the 2 prior to that. The Angels have now lost 4 games in a row. We're going to stick with Boston here today. They're a pretty heavy favorite, obviously because of the pitching, but I think also because of the momentum. They're doing really well. So we're going Boston to win in Los Angeles. Brewers and the Diamondbacks. Oh, sorry, Marlins and the A's. Marlins pitching Alcantara, 4.20 ERA. Won his last 5 starts. Beat Colorado, Texas, Philly, Pittsburgh, and Tampa Bay. Wow, those are really good starts. So they've won 3 of their last 5 games that he did. Then they've won 1 in a row. They beat him yesterday. A's pitching Savali, 5.05 ERA. Lost his last 4 starts. They've only won 1 of their last 4 games, and they have lost obviously yesterday. So we're going to stick with the Marlins. Not a huge favorite, so not a bad deal on the Marlins winning there. The over-under is 11. That's another place where the ball travels, so that might be another over we look at. Brewers and the Diamondbacks. Brewers pitching Woodruff, 2.59 ERA. They lost his last start, but he did win the 2 prior to that. He actually had 2 good outings his last 2. 5 innings, no runs, 6 innings, no runs. So consistency and not giving up runs. He's only given up 4 runs in his last 5 games. So that's pretty impressive there. They did win the last game. The Diamondbacks are pitching Kelly, 5.84 ERA. Lost his last 5 starts. Yeah, not too good there. I've only won 2 of their last 5 games, and they lost 1 in a row. You know we're going Milwaukee today. Padres pitch and the Dodgers. Padres pitching Canning, 7.09 ERA. Lost his last start, but did win the 2 prior. He beat Atlanta and St. Louis, so pretty good there. But the Padres have lost 5 in a row. Dodgers are pitching Yamamoto, 2.67 ERA. Won 4 of his last 5 starts, so really good. We can expect a really good outing from him today. They've won 4 of the last 5 games, and they've won 2 in a row. So we got to go LA. It's like LA has their number. No matter what San Diego does in the first couple innings, LA seems to come back, win the game. So those are your picks for July 4th. Let's see. We got some underdogs here. We got Texas. We got Washington. We got Baltimore. Not a bad one there. St. Louis. I kind of like them, even though they're not the Cubs. I think are a little bit favored today. Rockies. I like those guys too, just because they put up runs. And then some of your favorites. The favorites of every day seem like Dodgers, Milwaukee, Tampa Bay. Maybe I'm starting to come around on the Braves. I'm not considering the Mariners as a favorite. Yankees, I don't know, maybe too early there. I want to see a couple more wins from those guys. Phillies, a good one as well. So you got 4, maybe even Marlins. Marlins might be a pretty good pick there. So that's 4 to 5 favorites that you can parlay together there. A couple of underdogs you can parlay as well and see how you do there. But hopefully you have a great day. You enjoy 4th of July. Maybe you get to watch some fireworks. I know everyone's eating great food today, but enjoy some baseball. Maybe you get to enjoy some soccer. And there's other sports going on too. Just didn't talk about them today, but maybe we'll get to those at some point. So if you're watching, please like the video. If you get a chance, subscribe. And if you do decide to bet on any of these sports for any reason whatsoever, I hope you win a ton of money. We'll see you on the next one.